the last few laps as we near the final stages of this Motor City 100. Ribs desperately trying to hang on, but here comes Scott Sharp. Sharp back into the top 5. He's now back into the number 5 spot as Pickett is shuttled back to the number 6 position in car number 6.
We know Sharp has a very fast car. It'll take a lap or two to get his confidence back. He has that back, but now look, he's all over Willie T. Anything could happen here.
Scott Sharp continues to stalk. The race is for 4th place. Baldwin and the Archers run 1, 2, and 3 just ahead of this threesome. We continue to watch Ribs, his first Trans Am action in 3 years. The last time out, he was 2nd here in Detroit. Right now, he's got his hands full trying to protect 4th place in the Roush Mustang.
And he does have his hands full. Look at, he chops across to the inside to make sure Scott Sharp didn't have any notion of trying to sneak down that inside. But Scott Sharp, very aggressive. His car is running well. It is probably faster than Willie T's. And we've seen what's happened when they try to make passes earlier on. But remember, we said it earlier, anything could happen.
Indeed, we've seen repeated incidents here in the late mid stages, and Sharp hits the wall. Sharp now has further damage to the car, and this one may be too much to handle. Yes, he will not be able to continue. We can see there's no rotation on the front right wheel whatsoever. The defending Trans Am Series champion, the 2-time Motor City 100 winner, will not win for a 3rd consecutive year. His 2nd dramatic incident, and that time the concrete took the toll.
We said it, anything can happen. It was unexpected. He wasn't trying to make a move on Willie T. He was actually exiting the corner when the car suddenly ran straight into the guardrail. Maybe something broke.
Willie T Ribs in problems. He had been running in 4th. He'd lost a position to Greg Pickett, was 5th, and now he is off course, setting crossways. And now traffic streaming by as Ribs gets restarted in the Whistler Mustang of the Jack Roush Racing stable. But what a great disappointment in the final stages of this event for Willie T Ribs.
And George Robinson was the Camaro who passed him there, but Willie T looked as if he was getting very loose. The car was sideways coming off the low-speed corners. Now the oil flag is out, the red and white oil flag. May have been one of the reasons why Willie T lost it, but here it is. No, in fact, on the way into the corner, he's out of control. Luckily, he didn't kiss the concrete on the inside.
He had been running as high as in 4th place, but Ribs right now will have to work from far back in the pack. Baldwin continues to set the pace, and he's got his mirrors full of 2 Archers. Tommy in 32. No, it's Bobby in 32 has moved up. Tommy in number 3 has dropped to 3rd. So the Archers have swapped position for the first time. And Bobby, who'd been hammering away, now will try his knack of getting by Jack Baldwin.
And we mentioned it earlier on. I wonder will they work together? Would Bobby, in fact, move ahead of Tommy to try and see if he's faster? No, they make another move here.
Trying to sort their way through traffic. They may have swapped positions once again with a lap car. And now it's Tommy Archer back into 2nd. Bobby Archer to 3rd. And look at Greg Pickett, who has suddenly materialized in the number 6 car. He is running 4th. And remember the adventure that he had on the start of this race?
Well, one way to lose this race is for the 2 Archer brothers to start racing among themselves, because they will slow each other down. And that, in fact, will let Jack Baldwin move away.
Now, this was a bit earlier. This was the incident that involved Scott Sharp. Sharp was challenging Willie T Ribs.
Now, he wasn't making an attempt to pass, but he did hit the curb on the inside, and that may have been what put Scott Sharp out of control and into the guardrail. The end of his day.
Now, we saw a piece come off the car when he hit the curbing. Watch closely down at the right front wheel. Now, you can see the piece of debris there. It comes, when he hits the curbing, it goes flying, and then the car skates right out into the concrete. And we'll go down to the pits now with Chris McClure.
As a matter of fact, Gary, we were just chatting with Scott Sharp about the possibility of something breaking. Did the car behave that way prior to the contact?
No, well, first of all, the Tercel Camaro was running great all day, and we really finally, the guys told me, you know, it's time to get going, and I got underneath Tommy in turn 1, and he came down on me, and I really thought I had it. But that's racing, I guess. But it seemed like the car didn't really suffer too bad, and we were rolling again. And next thing I knew, I was trying to pick off some cars, working on Willie T Ribs, and I went through a really slow left-hand corner, and it felt like something just broke in the front. It wouldn't turn at all, it just slammed right into the wall.
We've got a battle and a change of the lead. Tommy Archer has now moved by, and here comes Bobby as well. problems for Scott Sharp put him in the pits, and his teammate now Baldwin has slipped to third place. And the Archer brothers now lead in the Motor City 100. That's Tommy Archer in the Dodge Daytona number 3. His brother Bobby in car number 32 right behind him. Baldwin shuttled back to third. Greg Pickett comes into view. He is still fourth in car number 6. So the Archer brothers in their debut in Trans Am competition this season, and only their second event, have Dodge out in front, running first and second. What an amazing turn, and what has been an amazing afternoon, Derek Daly.
This has been Trans Am racing at its very best. Tommy Archer just stalked every move of Jack Baldwin, and Jack must have made a mistake because they passed him so fast and so quickly. Jack Baldwin seemed to wash right out of the racing groove on the infield Casino Square area, and both Dodges flashed right past him.
And the Archer crew watching on now as they realize they're 1 and 2. Tommy Archer holding on to the lead. Bobby Archer running in the second position. Baldwin now third. We keep an eye on our leader, Tommy Archer. He wiggles through that very busy part of the course. His brother's in trouble all the way around. That's Bobby Archer, and here comes Pickett in car number 6, sliding through to take over second place. Tommy Archer continues to lead. Bobby Archer has lost 1 spot. We're on board with our leader, Tommy Archer, and another dramatic turn.
And the reason he lost control is that's one of the areas on the racetrack that's beginning to...
Paul Newman, actor, Academy Award winner. Walter Payton, football player, possibly the greatest running back ever. Scott Sharp, college student. His life ahead is a green light. Auto racing, the sport that draws these 3 very different men together. Their team is running new cars, which must be tested and developed. At the same time, they will put themselves to the test. Payton, new to racing, seeks to adapt from the playing field to the cockpit. Sharp, just 21, dreams of greatness. Racing the pros, he will find out just how good he is. And Newman, he will help Payton and Sharp in any way he can, but he has his own agenda, unfinished business in this sport he loves. They will talk of gearing and tires, of horsepower and roll bars. They will refine the cars and hone their skills. And when things are right, each will experience control of speed, the mastery of motion. It is the deep appeal of this sport.